And Michael Masters joins me now. He's the National Director and CEO of Secure Community Network. It's a Jewish community safety and security organization. Michael, it's great to see you. Thanks for being here. Can you tell us a little bit about what your organization actually does and describe the scope of threats that you may be tracking?
Sure. The Secure Community Network serves as the official safety and security organization for the Jewish community across North America. We were formed after 9/11 really to deal with the increased threats from foreign terrorist organizations. Of course, the threat dynamic has only gotten more complex and dynamic since 9/11, from violent extremists who adhere to supremacist ideology to those that are affiliated with Iran and its proxies, or those who are radicalized to violence. So every day, our team of law enforcement professionals, all former law enforcement, military, intelligence, are working across the country to identify threats. We have a team of analysts doing that 24/7, and then working with over 500 Jewish communities, over 12,000 Jewish institutions around the United States to ensure not just the safety of the Jewish community, but that we're preserving religious freedom and democracy in this country, which is what's under attack.
Absolutely. And so you're taking in all of this information and data and sharing it with law enforcement across
coordinating every single day. Last year, we took in over 54 threat incident and suspicious activity reports, referred over 500 threats to life just to the FBI alone.
Wow. And I want to talk a little bit about the scope of that, too. Can you tell us what you've seen since the October 7th attacks? And then also, have you seen any sort of increase since the strikes just last week?
So in a post-10/7 environment, we saw just an explosion of those threats, over double post the attacks of 10/7 from the year prior. Since May 21st, when we had the attack here in Washington, D.C., targeting the two individuals leaving a Jewish event, the week after that, we had twice as many violent threats directed to the Jewish community, over 5,500 than the week before. That threat picture continued to increase after the attacks in Boulder that Nicole was just talking about. In the hours after the U.S. strike in Iran, we logged 1,680 violent posts online directed at the Jewish community alone.
And is that where you're seeing this incitement? Is it mostly online?
I mean, it's certainly demonstrating itself online, and people are comfortable enough to talk about it online, but it's also happening on our college campuses. It's happening on our city streets. It's happening in our city council meetings. And when people tell you who they are, we have to listen. The offender in Boulder said very clearly, "Free Palestine," as he was being arrested for throwing those Molotov cocktails. And he had been planning that attack for a year. It's by our good graces and good work that people weren't killed or more seriously injured.
Yeah, absolutely. So what are some action items that you were taking that perhaps members of Congress can take, people in positions of authority?
So first of all,
everyday
let's start with the everyday Americans. If you see something, say something. Some of our best tips, some of our best leads come from community members who see something suspicious and report it. That's vitally important whether you're going to a church, a mosque, or a synagogue. On the law enforcement side, we're coordinating every single day with law enforcement. Coming from law enforcement for over 20 years, we need more resources devoted to our state and local federal law enforcement agencies. They are just under intense pressure right now in a very complex environment. It's important that we provide them the resources that they need. We're asking increased support from Congress to fund law enforcement, to provide funds to protect houses of worship and nonprofit organizations, and then just working every single day together. The biggest thing that we can do is coordinate as a country to work together to prevent our adversaries. Iran didn't call just for deaths to Jews. They're calling to death to America. And that is a national security threat that we need to address as a collective country.
Yeah, everyone on high alert. Absolutely. You mentioned that you'd seen an uptick in threats since the shooting here in Washington. Can you describe how an event like that inspires more threats?
I mean, we have seen this in this country in most mass attacks going back to Columbine. We still have people who are undertaking attacks in schools that are referencing the Columbine offenders. And if you look at the three last attacks we had in this country, on Governor Shapiro's house in Pennsylvania, the DC attacks and the Boulder attacks, each one of those individuals, very different offenders, they all justified their attacks because of Israel's action in Gaza. Now that Israel's involved in Iran, now that we're involved with Iran, that creates another threat vector for us. So it's really important that we recognize that. We see that uptick. It's important that we get people to report things. They can go on our website, www.securecommunitynetwork.org, to file an incident report. They can go to other partners, our Jewish federations around the country as well.
So you're seeing an uptick the more events that we are seeing, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're hearing a call for violence, and unfortunately, enough people call, somebody picks up the phone.
Well, it's great to talk to you. Thank you very much. Difficult under these circumstances, of course, but glad you're providing some course of action for people to report this. So good reminder. Thank you very much, Michael, for being here.